Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Bit different today. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head off out and do a bit of fishing. Now, it's a style of fishing that I don't really enjoy watching because I don't really do much of it. It's a style of fishing that I've not really done much at all myself. Probably since I was a kid. Quite entertaining just to go and have a cast around, and it's never anything I've done on channel before. So some of you, or maybe all of you, might not be in favour of it, but it's good. Decent weather out, so I thought, you know what, let's get some bits together. I'll go in cheap tackle challenge shed and just get out some random bits and bobs, and we'll get out and do a bit of splodging. And today's video we're going to be using this. I'll talk more about it in the actual video, but this rod came with a bulk of rods that cost me, I think I paid about 15 quid for about 15 or 20 rods off Marketplace, and this reel came in a box of reels off eBay. I think in that week I'd purchased probably about 15-20 reels in that week, getting different bulks, and I don't think any bulk of reels cost me more than a £5 with a couple of quid postage, and this was one at reels. Quite an interesting reel that, so I'll talk to you more about that as we roll on, but that is the little setup of choice. And I bet you're wondering, oh, what's going to catch with that? Well, try and work it out. Look like a little stalking rod, little carp rod. What do you think? Well, in this video I'm going to take you and show you exactly what it's for, and might be a little bit exciting. So in this video I'll need this little box. I'll also need these little goodies off here, and if you've seen this video before, actually creating this little fishing hut of mine, you'll know what these are all for. So let's chuck these in this little box like so, and we'll get some splodging done. Let's head off down to a local watercourse and see if we can catch some fish. And it's also given out some incredibly good weather. Nope, not a nice day for it. Anyway, let's not get bogged down with, ooh, it's raining a bit. This is the lovely Chesterfield Canal here in Worksop, not in Chesterfield. As discussed, we're going to use a bit of spinning kit and just see what happens. It is literally throwaway tackle. The reel is hilarious. I've put some Timu line on it. I've got the cheap rod. I've got a massive net. Something has just shown there. Not sure what that was. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a steady stroll up here. Something's just come up there. I'm going to have a steady stroll up here, just having a flick over to that far bank and pulling it back. I don't do any spinner fishing, don't do any lure fishing, absolutely none of it whatsoever. I think we dabbled in it as kids, but that's where it stopped for me. So, I'm just going to start probably down here. There's a bridge just behind you, so I'm going to go past there as well. And hopefully, try and get a few follow-ons in this glorious weather that we've got. I think it's actually going to burn through. See blue sky up there, look. We might be all right. So, let's get down there and get set up and see if we can put this absolute tat to the test and get ourselves just anything, even just a fish. I don't know, even just a warm up would be nice. Warmth. So keep it nice and simple. Little tiny 7 foot, and this is called a Spincaster by Sintra. Probably absolute tat and rubbish. I have no idea, by the way, absolutely no idea. This is literally stuff that I get my hands on for pretty much nothing. Sometimes it includes little rods like this. It's not snapped, it is a true 7 foot rod, little 2-piece thing. If you've got one, get in comments. And there we have it. Some nice, I think it's £8 Timu mono, nothing special. The reel is a Palico HA50. Now, take note of this here. 2 different reels, completely different. It's been snapped off, that one's been stuck on. You can actually see the overlap there, look, see it? And I'll be straight with you, it's absolutely solid. So let's chuck a trace and a lure on. All these lures, I find them all on my fishery audits when I'm walking around fisheries and reservoirs everywhere. I have never purchased one of these in my entire life, so I'm just going to get one out and go with it. What about this? Like a good canal lure. Looks like a little tiny baby pike or something, doesn't it? It's got a trace on it. That trace was on it when I found it. They're all safe, by the way. I wouldn't use them if they weren't. I've also got a few different ones in here as well. So I'm going to use that, I think. It's got a bit of a rattle to it. So I'm going to stick that on and use that one. So big swivel at the top. Through once. Through twice. I want it to be a good knot. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then chase the rabbit back through the hole. And there we have it. One wire trace tied on, little lure on end. And then what you need to do is hook yourself in the hand with some lovely soft trebles. Really nice and soft they are. Nope. Sharp. That's my rod set up. In here, I've got my landing mat. I've got some forceps. I've got a mouth opener, what you put in a pike's mouth. Really old bit of kit. Don't think I'm ever going to use it. Down here, got a bit of a thigh bag where I can put some essentials in if I need to. And the most important thing about this quick session is huge net. Nice and short handle. Again, it's a Key Net's power light for any of you out there that like some old gear. And just a massive corum spoon net. So if you hook any fish, big or small, they can sit in there at net until I can perch my send down, get my mat out of my bag. You don't want to be carrying everything all at once. You just want to be nice and mobile like this, so you can just go for a nice stalking session. So let's try and destroy a day's lure fishing. Now, at some point, I think I'm going to probably chuck on a GoPro, just so I've got you all close by in real time. It's very shallow out there, can see it bottom. Don't know what's down here. Not a tight clutch, but I want it so something can take some line if it needs to. Don't know if this reel's going to be any good or not. I've never fished with it. So let's just do this. Again, doesn't have to be anything spectacular with how you present your lure. Just has to be an imitation of an injured fish or an easy meal for a pike. And as you pull it through water like this, you just get a bit of weed. That's what you get. A bit of weed out there. Can't see any weed. The idea is to just give it a bit of life through water and just see if anything will snap-a-roo at it. Got a lovely motion through water, this one. Oh, that were a bit brave over there. A bit close to some sticks. And you know when you hook up, because you get that bit of a bang, bit of a misrepresentation of the lure on the rod. It just feels like you've got a fish on, really. Bit more weed that time. Yeah, no pro at this game. Definitely not my area of expertise, that's for sure. But doesn't mean that I can't show you. Oh, don't know if that was snag. Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, probably a snag. I think what I might do, this is an old turning circle here for boats, and I think a lot of weed over time has just settled in here. I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to work my way just a bit further upstream, oh that's downstream, and see if we can just get in some clear water. Seeing lots of life about. Oh. Just crunch my lure off at bridge. What I'm going to do is, I'll chuck on a GoPro, go for a wander, take you with me. So a bit further up this way now, we've got a bit of a wider area here, so I'm going to have a splodge here, chuck my net down, get my fish off, and what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start by casting that way, and just go in like a bit of a semi-clock here I think. I'm not actually sure what I'm doing, but we'll just go with it, see what happens. Yeah, I don't do any lure fishing at all, so a bit of a social experiment for me this, going out and doing something that I'm not actively familiar with. That lure moves lovely in water though, got a bit of weed on it actually. Oh, I think I'm weeding up again. Oh, only a bit. Not a chore though. It's alright. A little bit further towards middle. Tell you what, it's quite an enjoyable way of fishing this. Just don't do much fishing for pike anyway. I do catch them, but they're not always welcome. But that lure moves lovely at water, if you can see that. And yeah, if we do hook up into one, it'd be nice. Get out near that far bank. That's where I'd imagine predators to be sat waiting. If I don't get any luck with this lure either, I'll chuck on. Oh, that were a hook up then. That were definitely a hook up. Bit of weed, but a hook up. Well, that was exciting. I actually felt it tug back on that then. Wow. Let's go again. Over there. No worry. Over that way somewhere. That's why you've got to keep a taut line at all times, just so if something does take, when it does take or grab and you're on retrieve, it'll be like a counteract and help with the whole hook up situation. Ah, interesting. Right, let's go a bit further that way. So it does sink on its own, this lure. Some of them float, but they dive as you retrieve them. There is in front. I want to go a bit further up and a few chucks around this corner. I don't want to be chucking every 20 yards because I'll throw them off. Yeah, it's a lovely walk. That's where we started over there, so let's go here. This might be a feature for them. We'll start off to my right. Just tug it this way. Loads of rubbish in here, it's full of it. Oh, snagged. We are hoping that if we drag it down in front of these reeds here, something might shoot out and grab it. Over here. Like, to me, that'd imitate like a little perch in water, that, I reckon. A little perch or a pike. I know pike eat perch because they're the majority of the fish that they pinch off me when I'm catching them. Now in front. I remember when casting in front on a canal, it's only narrow. Yeah, this Sintra Spincaster seems to be doing the job. I don't know how much I paid for it. I think oh, sorry, I don't know how much I paid for the bulk it come with. But I know I got a bargain. I think I give this guy like 10 quid for 10 or 15 quid. It weren't too far from us either, like a 10-minute drive. We wanted about 10 quid for about 15 rods, 10 to 15 rods. And I only wanted the whole bulk for a specific rod for an upcoming video. I could get used to this. Right, we are halfway through this video. I hope you're enjoying it. It's probably rubbish. I can't remember. I have no idea. I don't even know if I'm catching anything. Let me know in comments. I have no idea. Just a reminder that every Tuesday I will be reporting from this little tackle den here for tips, tackle, tactics, tantrums and throw your toys out the pram on a Tuesday for all the latest angling news in the angling world. Whether it be someone's been banned from a fishery for promoting their business and trying to make it look incredible to entice all you great people to come and enjoy some fishing, or a tackle shop has fallen victim to theft of their store where someone's stealing all the quality merchandise from within inside and they've sent me the pictures of the culprits and I'm going to post them on here for you guys to try and find them for him. This is where it's going to happen. Tune in every Tuesday where we cover everything news in the angling world. Anyway, back to this really interesting video. Not taking weed off, or I could get used to everything else. Yeah, and this rod came with it. The reel came with a bulk on eBay. I think that bulk of reels owed me about £6. Come with about 7 reels. And this one was one of them. Just someone's... Hey, look, it worked. I honestly thought at some point this was going to snap, and I don't know how they've managed to fix it together, but it's well, look, we're fishing with it, aren't we? That's the point. That's the point of what I'm doing. There's another sign over there saying no fishing beyond this point, or it might say fishing affected. So I'll have to just keep an eye out for any no fishing sign. Normally on canals you get like a fishing affected down this area sign first as a warning. Oh, that's got to be weed. Yeah, it is. And then you get later on the sign that says no fishing beyond this point, and then you'll get like a prominent set of power cables or something, just to be safe. Right, so there's a clump of weed over there somewhere. Let's try and rub it that edge, that margin. I think I've picked up a bit of weed already, actually. Yeah, get a bit of weed on it and it completely changes the dynamics of the presentation. It's 2 degrees, bitterly cold, but we're out splodging, trying to catch a river, well, a canal monster. Let's go a bit further up here. Chuck down there. Bit of a rubbish cast that. It's quite an enjoyable style of fishing. This, you can see why people do it. I've always turned my nose up at it. I'll have to try and go to a reservoir or a lake or somewhere that's popular for lure fishing, or just even pike fishing. So as I'm doing one turn at a time, I'm just jerking rod on back of every turn, and that just gives it like just a natural looking motion in water, like an injured fish would. I don't know if you can just see it layering water down there, but as you pull it and jerk it, it gives it that injured fish look. It's getting a bit annoying. Very weedy. I think it's quite shallow here as well. No, that's weed. Flipping heck. I know what that building is in front of us. Interesting looking setup though, isn't it? Let's have a chuck at this lock here. Wow, there's fish showing over there, look. Unreal. So chuck down into the mouth of this lock. Ooh, felt like something grabbed there. No weed. Definitely a banks or something then. Oh, but oh, weed. What bird is that? That could have been what I've just seen. What bird is that? Oh, green eels don't count. Right, try a bit further down here. Having to plate rod up like this. Now I've got some again. It's just really, really weedy. I think we might have to retire this session and head off somewhere else to finish it off, but from what I've heard, this is the place to be for a bit of lure fishing. Didn't realise how weedy it would. I thought this time of year as well it'd be alright. Yeah, I'm just getting weeded up. I think I might have to head off to a local res or something. It's not like I have to take kitchen sink with me. I have a few chucks there. I just thought pulling a lure back through track on this canal from that far bank could be absolutely deadly. How wrong I was. It's in clear, but shouldn't be an issue for this style of fishing. Anyway, let's go a bit further down. Right, let's have a couple of chucks up this end. See, I've not actually managed to see any pike either yet, which is normally best bit of advice I can give anyone. Thought that were an hook up then. Didn't feel like weed. Oh, it is weird. Let's have a chuck around here somewhere. Oh. No, weed. Do you know what? When I'm hitting this weed, it feels just like I'm having a take. I think I need to try and collaborate myself a bit more to pike fishing. But it does feel like when I'm used to reeling fishing and a pike strikes it. Yeah, I think I'm going to retire and head off somewhere else. I've got somewhere in mind, absolutely stuffed with pike, but I don't know what it's like for lure fishing. So I think I'm going to head off down there next and we'll pick up from there. And as I was walking back down this lovely towpath, I took a second to soak in that today I've not folded under pressure whatsoever. And that is why I enjoy doing these little videos for you. We didn't catch anything, no pike, no perch. I don't know if you can catch anything else on a lure in a canal, but we didn't catch anything. So for next time, we need to probably work on catching something, because 30 minutes of your life with no fish on telly, it's a bit crazy. And, you know, obviously it's a lot longer for me actually going out there and filming it. So, yeah. Anyway, no loss for me. Don't do much spinner fishing anyway, or lure fishing, so that's where you guys come in. Have you got any local watercourses that are quite good? If you can go and chuck and just catch consistently with your different style of lure. Also, get any comments as well and let me know, was my choice of plastic fish today any good? It was that thing there. I also got this one here, little tiny little plug looking thing. And these ones I found at Treat and Dyke, might be a good option for next time. So get in comments, talk away, let me know what's a good technique. Have you got any twist, twist, jig, 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 twist, jig? Have you got any of them that you can talk to me about? And, you know, let's see if we can try. So this is part one. Let's see if we can try and redeem a part two somewhere. And I've got a great venue in mind. Luckily, I live 15, 20 minutes away from a massive reservoir that's absolutely stuffed with pike. Well over 20 pike. I think there's been 30s come out of there in historic times. But the fish in there to target are definitely the perch. It's actually a big feeder venue for bream. But the perch in there are ridiculous. They are massive. I've actually had a few before. But my kids, when I took them fishing, feeder fishing once, they actually had probably about £20 of perch. And they only had a couple of skimmers each as well either side. But they had about £20 of perch between them. Huge fish. So a little tiny lure like that is tiny. Still got weed on it. Still, it's tiny for those big perch. So we'll have to go back down and have a chuck out for some of those soon. Very different to what I normally do. So I apologise. And also, if anyone's actually interested in this sort of stuff, it might be worth staying tuned for another session with the old Spincaster, can't remember the brand, and the Polico Hippocroca pig reel that someone's glued a shaft to a broken housing. Let's just put it on back burner for now, but we'll definitely give it a revisit for a part two and see if there's any hope in catching. It's not something I do. This isn't the first aspect of angling sport I'd like to bring to you. I'm just trying to fill in those cold winter days where you guys aren't getting out, no one's really getting out. What can we do? Well, if we can find a water course big enough that don't freeze up in winter, feeder fishing, it's still an option, but sometimes it gets a bit too cold for anything to be happening. Sometimes this sort of fishing, it's a bit, you know, it's quite a hot corner of our sport, and I think we can get out, do a bit of plug, spinner, lure fishing, you know, and try and hook in some big pike. I reckon that'd be nice. Bit of snow on ground, nice big pike, or some good perch. So stay tuned for that. We'll do a part 2. I'll take you back out soon, and we'll go and destroy another day's lure fishing. So that summarises another episode here. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. It's completely free of charge, and that way any future content I post, you'll be first to be notified. And it's free. Like, it costs nothing. Please don't think that pressing it's going to start asking for your dog's, uncle's, auntie's, brother's, sister's, mum's maiden name. It doesn't. You just press subscribe and that's it. It's over. Every time I post a video, it's then ready for you next time you go on YouTube for you to watch. And I say it on every video, throughout the video, because it is important. It's for everyone to watch. I don't pose as a professional angler. I pose as somebody that goes out doing some fishing in the hope that people can comment on the videos and give feedback, and other people can see your feedback. That's why I do it. So get in comments, talk away. What's a good spinning rod? What's a good spinning reel? Do you use braid? Do you use line? Are these any good? Is a canal any good? Just talk away. Even if it's absolute nonsense, just talk away and trigger some conversations about, I don't know, spinner fishing, and we'll see if we can go out again and correct it next time. I'm actually looking quite forward to it. I think it'll be all right, and I can talk you through. I know I've shown you on day anyway, but I can talk you through all this stuff when we get back here after, and do a bit of a breakdown for you. So thank you all for watching. I will, if you're interested, tips, tackle, tactics, tantrums, and throw your toys out in the pram on a Tuesday. We'll be here. There'll be a little episode every Tuesday where I just discuss some latest angling news. If your local tackle shop's been burgled and you've got some CCTV images of the people that have done it, send them me. I'll put them on here. If you know someone that's a rising star and they've recently picked up some great sponsorships and they deserve a bit of recognition, let me know. And I'll search it, I'll get it, and I'll put it on the screen, and I'll talk about it. Not enough people have got all this social media stuff. And in angling, we only rely on a couple of news outlets, paper-wise and magazine-wise. Not everyone's a big fan of using the internet. And all the rest of the magazines that we've got are all promotional stuff. Pole fishing magazine, match fishing magazine. And not much news gets discussed in there. So get in comments, talk away, let me know what's going off in the angling world, and I'll cover it for you. Anyway, until then, see you next Tuesday.